Oh, I didn't even think it. Oh, shoot. It started. Hey, it's your boy E2 Blue. What's going on, y'all? Hey, it's game day for other teams, but the Cowboys already played Thursday night. We already know the outcome of that. 27-13. Just real quick recap of the last game against the Titans. I think people are like, fans are looking at this the wrong way when they look at like how the game was played. Everybody's like, oh, the Cowboys are sloppy, they didn't play them well, they were playing a lot of their backups, we should have blew them out, blase. I don't care about blowing out that team. You also have to understand that, like, we had a short week. We have a lot of guys banged up on defense. They just want to get in there and just play whatever, just enough to win the game. I'm okay with that. Conserve your energy, save your energy, because we don't know whether we'll stay at the 5 seed or where we're going to be at the 2 seed or the 1 seed. So, and we weren't going to know that until the outcome of, this week's game and possibly next week's game. So, getting the dub is just the most important thing, right? You want to win the game. You want to get out there with at least injuries as possible. We know that Dak Prescott got a little banged up in there on that sack. He hyperextended his knee. A lot of people were gasping at that. But then a couple plays later, he ran for a first down. So, but when you look at that, sometimes you start to think like, oh, well, maybe that's just, him, the adrenaline, right? Because when you're playing in the game, a lot of it is just your adrenaline that's keeping you from feeling such pains. And I agree with that. But I think that I think he'll be all right going into the next game, because we got a little bit of break because we played on Thursday, so we don't play again until the weekend. So you got a couple of days of rest with that. Now, Tyler Biadasz, I think he has a high ankle sprain, so he more than likely will be out for the Commanders game, and we'll probably more than likely see him in the playoffs. Hopefully we can get big Jonathan Hankins back in the playoffs, because we're going to need all hands on deck. Depending on how things shape up as far as our chances of either, winning the division or whatever, depending on if the Commanders game matters or not, we need to sit Jaron Kearse. We need to sit Micah Parsons, because these are guys that have been banged up and need that rest going to the stretch run into the playoffs. As of today, though, it looks like the the Giants won against the Colts. I'm not worried about the Giants. They're not even close to us when it comes to seeding anyway. They're just trying to get a spot into the playoffs, which they will. With that win, it gives them 9 wins, so they're definitely going to get a spot in the playoffs. The Commanders lost, though, so that could hurt them, because they're still at 7 wins. So they're battling with like the Panthers and the likes of Tampa Bay and stuff for that 7th seed, I believe. Then you look at the Eagles. The Eagles, with that so-called the best team in the league, without Jalen Hurts again, they lost. So they lost to the Saints. So what does this mean for the Dallas Cowboys? I don't know yet. I got to go look at where we're at as far as seeding and stuff like that. But that loss today, with our win on Thursday, now we're only a game behind them, because they have 13 wins, we have 12. So we'll see what happens, because if they lose next week and we win next week against, because that game might actually matter next week, we can get that number 1 seed and get that bye. So let me know what you guys think. So basically, I just want to do this video about what transpired today and where we could be seated, right? So the Eagles lose out. The Vikings, if they lose today at 4:30, after their game, if they lose, then that puts Cowboys in a much better place, and we could win the division. Now, do you want to outplay the Eagles or beat the Eagles to get their number 1 spot to get that bye, or would you rather the 2 seed that the Vikings have, or would you rather stay at the 5th seed? Because with the 5th seed, I think you'll probably play like teams like whoever makes it in, like Tampa Bay or Carolina or whatever that team in that particular spot. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real, man. Hey, next week tailgate with Mark Holmes here in the DMV. So those of you guys that are going to be here, it's going to be pretty good. We still don't even know if it's going to be a Saturday or Sunday game yet. So we don't even know when it's going to be played. That's crazy. It's still TBD. So, but anyway, we'll keep you locked on that. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Peace out.